All right, Jordan, I can tell when you're spiraling because you start texting me about how you're worried you're going to get drafted.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jordan's having a bad day.
Yeah.
And I choose my words carefully from that point on. Once you bring up the draft, I know, all right, I need to be
careful.
I got to be careful with Jordan. He's
for the next 3 days.
a little delicate today. He needs some encouragement and some help.
This is not that day.
No, I'm saying that you were right.
Yeah.
The draft is coming.
That's what I'm worried about, Josh. That's what I was worried about. What happened? They got to do something before the election. They got to make there not be an election.
The House passes a measure to automatically register men for selective services.
Yeah, that's right.
So what was this tied to before? Was it that if you registered to vote, then you were signing up for selective services? Is that what it was?
I thought it was always this. So that's why I'm confused now. I thought that I could just get drafted no matter what.
I think maybe I'm wrong. I think it was attached to voting. Like if you said you didn't want to vote, or maybe it's like if you accept a social security number or something. I don't know what I'm talking about, but whatever it was, we were clearly wrong to some degree because now it's no longer voluntary. They're pushing this to be a mandatory thing. They're worried because people aren't signing up for the military anymore. How things have changed since we were kids.
Yeah, for real. I went back and rewatched. I've got a lot of time on my hands while I'm doing the stuff downstairs. I just got my little DVD set going on, and I was rewatching some stuff back from the day.
Yeah.
And from right after 9/11.
Yeah.
And it was very interesting, like dogmatic, like almost religious.
I know.
Of like. That we were all right about everything. It was very bizarre.
Yeah, there were a lot of military movies back then.
It was very interesting.
A lot. So they're working on this now. They want to make it so you have to sign up for the draft. But even crazier, this is what really is kind of freaky to me. The Senate Democrats are working to require that women can be drafted too. This is something the Democrats are pushing.
What is going on?
You had told me this like when I was a teenager. I would have said there's no way that's true. There's no way that's true in like the heyday of Bush and all that stuff. To think that it's wild.
So is this stuff actually passing? I mean, like, I honestly, I'm so checked out of all this stuff.
I know I am too. I'm kind of trying to get caught up as well.
I thought that the Republicans had control of the House to some extent, but now the Johnson is doing everything that the Democrats want. So then the Democrats have control of the Senate right now, don't they?
Yeah.
So if this passes in the House, I'm sure Johnson will more than love to send us to Ukraine.
They'll always have exactly the number of votes they need to pass whatever they need to pass. Okay?
So then it'll go to the Senate, then it'll actually get passed. And then before the election, they want every man out of here. They want
they want the women too, apparently.
I think that's just, I don't know what that is.
Why would they do that?
We're gonna send you to Ukraine where you can die.
We're gonna King David you to the front, Uriah to the front of the lines.
They know you're voting. They know how you vote. They're putting you to the front, and you're getting killed.
Jordan, okay, sure, but why are they doing this to the women too? What?
I don't know. That just seems idiotic to me. Like, why are you trying to scare women now?
Look, I'm sure there are some women out there who would say, yeah, finally. Good. What's the difference? Why shouldn't we?
But it really does. How many? It doesn't make sense. That doesn't seem like the majority are going to be like all gung-ho about going and fighting.
Like if I showed, I would say 99% of women I know this, they would say, like they wouldn't even like pretend like, well, yeah, because, equality and stuff.
Yeah,
they would be like,
no.
Why are they doing that?
Yeah.
And
so is this,
like, why would they, look, if it's all a smokescreen, why are they even pushing it?
Yeah,
like, it just feels like bad politics.
No, they're trying to do something before.
Something weird's going on,
Something before November. Something's gonna, I think I might be gone.
I think they're freaking out because they're like a cornered animal. And I think that they're looking, they're like, who's going to fight these wars that make us all our money? And because nobody's signing up, so they gotta But can you, if something happened that was scary enough that it required a draft, do you think anybody would believe it?
At this point, wouldn't. No, not at this point.
I'd be like, oh, there it is.
Yeah, that's how everybody would be. I don't know. But then, just like with taxes, then they're like, well, we're going to destroy your life. We're going to take everything from you if you don't go.
I don't know. To me, they really do seem like they're just so scared of losing their power. And so everything is like, we got to maneuver in different ways just to keep the masses like satiated. So to do that kind of thing, I think that they would, as much as they would love to do it, I think that they worry like, well, that has too many, who knows what could happen if we start like if we implement a draft and people don't sign up, and so we tax them to oblivion or do whatever to ruin their lives. Well, that's going to make people mad. So then what's going to happen? We just got to hang on to this power and all this money and all this that we have. And but they get all their money by funding all these wars and laundering their money that way. So they've got to keep the wars going, but if people aren't signing up for the wars, so they're freaking out.
Yeah, they can't convince us that it's a good idea anymore.
Right. It used to be so good. You just have a 9/11 every once in a while, and you can just keep the wars going for decades.
Right. It's like, even if there was a war with, like, say, China or something, it would be like, even now I would be like, what? Okay, so who is benefiting from this now?
Yeah.
Like, if you could try and come up with, a war with Russia, which we probably are in right now. I mean, we just like, that's right. It's like, is World War III actually going on right now and we just don't know? Probably. It's like, it's very odd.
Are people making their money? Yes. Yeah. So I guess there is something going on.
I don't know. It's just,
I don't think it'll be like an attack. Like, oh no, the Russians attacked us, or the Chinese, they attacked us on our homeland. I think it'll be.
I think someone's just going to go one step too far and nukes are going to start flying. That's what I think.
Dude, I don't know. That's scary to think about.
I think that whoever's in charge now, which we don't know who it is, but whoever it is so incompetent or is so like sadistic.
Yeah.
That they don't want us to know just how close we are to that actually happening.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that other countries who have this are really playing around.
Yeah.
They don't like what's going on over here.
Like, what do they do?
I don't know. In my mind, it's like, if you don't have like a strong man kind of person in power, like, surely other countries like really like that, because like, oh, the U.S. is weak.
Yeah. But then part of me feels like they all just get along behind the scenes anyway.
Yeah.
That's
what us laymen just have no idea.
Yeah.
We're just trying to look behind the curtains. We don't know.
I don't know. But I really, really, really don't understand why they're talking about drafting the women.
Yeah, I mean, even the fact right now that they know that all these wars are like the most unpopular thing in the country, and they're like, hey, also now we're going to draft you to fight these.
Hey, guess what? If you have to draft the women to fight the war, then you're probably going to lose the war.
I wonder if this is just like a threat to people, to just be like, to just scare people and just be like, hey, look, we're in charge over you. We can send you if we want to.
Yeah.
Like, just to get that in your psyche.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It could be, dude. I don't know. This is weird.
Now, something will happen. There'll be some serious something that happens before the election. Something's going to happen.
Every once in a while I see an article like this and I think, oh no, we're not crazy. Something weird is going on.
I think that there's not going to be an election. That's what I personally
You're amending your prediction?
I think that it's gotten so bad. I think that Michelle isn't even, like, that's not even on the table anymore. I think they're just like, that was plan B. No, that was actually plan A. And that's gone now that they're like, we're going to lose. We can't even, there's nothing we can do.
EMP attack.
Yeah, plan B is like, they're going to do something bad.
If there was an EMP attack, there literally couldn't be an election.
That's what I mean. I know this sounded nuts like in 2020 when people were saying that. I didn't believe that. But this time, I think that they're actually scared that they're going to get in trouble.
Cornered animals.
Yeah, so that's why I'm worried that the nukes are going to start flying, because they're actually scared they're going to jail this time. Oh boy.
Well,
whatever jail is for these rich people, I don't know.
Get in your bunkers, everybody. It's almost 0 hour.
Terrifying.
Or maybe it'll all be fine.